Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are playing the last game in Milwaukee today. You might, for those eagle-eyed viewers out there, you might have noticed the trade pending bar that had been there the last few games has disappeared. We traded away Chris Iannetta, I think to Portland, although I'm not 100% sure about that. We got a prospect third baseman, I believe his last name is Marks, in return. Just didn't feel like we needed to carry 4 catchers in September. So, just diversifies the AAA lineup a little bit. Alright, we get Manny Parra again today. The Brewers have lost 10 out of 10 so far this year. See if they can change their luck in attempt number 11. That's also, out of those 11, this is their 8th game against us, which probably is not a coincidence. My computer also keeps dinging at me. I don't know why. Anyway, Kester strikes out, swinging. That'll bring Marvin to the plate. And he is going to bat right-handed here as he takes strike one. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. This should get down, and it does. 1-out single for Marvin. That'll bring Chief to the plate, who's been on a bit of a tear here with a couple home runs. Although his average has gone down, so, you know, I'm used to Chief flirting with 200. Now he might be, or flirting with 400 rather. He might be going down into the 200s for maybe the first time in his career. Chief strikes out at the plate. Marvin thrown out at second, and that wipes away the inning. 1 hit, but the Squirrels go down in order. Tony Gwynn Jr. will lead things off for the Brewers. We look at the usual defensive alignment for the Squirrels. Graves back in his normal spot to pitch, although this is only his 2nd game since he missed his last start. Zapp stepped in and did a great job in his place. Gwynn with an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down, Ronnie Cedeno at the plate. Hitting .073, but gosh, he's hitting double what Van Hecken is, so he has to feel okay about his spot in the lineup for the moment. If I were the Brewers, I might be replacing both of them, but they didn't ask me. Cedeno goes down swinging. Brings Aramis Ramirez to the plate. I think, as Ramirez lines out softly to second, I think Aramis Ramirez lost his hitting streak last game, if I remember right. I'm not super confident in that, but I think his streak is over. Terry at the plate to start off the 2nd inning. He hit a home run yesterday. He has a 1-1 count to start this at-bat. That pitch down and out. Grounds this one to short. Hall throws over. 1 down. Actually, a lot closer play than I thought it was going to be. Frank at the plate. He still has his hitting streak for the entire season. I'm 99% sure. That pitch goes up and out. 2-0 the count. There's a called strike on the outside. Frank fouls this pitch away to make it 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, Tom at the plate. Tom hasn't hit a home run yet, but does have that average up over 400. He looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Hits this one up the middle. There's another base hit for Tom. Runner on first, but there are 2 outs for Zach. And he's going to start off the at-bat looking at a strike. Hits this one towards third. Ramirez takes it on a short hop, throws it over, and that will end the inning. So that at least gets the Squirrels batting out of order. Still no score as we go to the bottom of the second. Ryan Braun awaiting Graves. He hits the first pitch, sharp line drive into the right center gap. He's going to go on to second. He's fighting that cough that whole time. Excellent hit there by Braun to open up the second inning for them. I'm sure the Brewers chomping at the bit to get that run in. Graves starts off Hall with a high strike and then gets him to swing and miss at a changeup. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, 1 down. Nitro at the plate now. His 1 home run did come against us, though it wasn't Graves. I don't remember who was on the mound for that one. Has an 0-2 count. Fouls this pitch away, still alive. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, Mercado at the plate. He's going to have to come up with a hit to get that run in for the Brewers. Starts off looking at a strike and then swinging and missing. Graves finding some success with that high fastball followed by the circle change. Offers up a curveball, does not get the call. That makes the count 2-2. This one just outside. Count has run full. There's a swing and a miss. Graves gets out of the inning. Leadoff double by Braun, but nothing else. Joey is going to lead off things for the Squirrels in the 3rd inning. Still no score. Joey starts off with a strike. Lets that slider go into the dirt to make it a 1-1 count. And this one off the plate, 2-1. Called strike on a changeup. That'll make it 2-2. Parra winds and delivers a ball that's ground to first. Nitro picks it up and steps on the bag. Graves at the plate, looking for his first hit of the year. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one to first. Nitro picks it up and steps on the bag. Rolls this back to Kester. He was one of 3 strikeout victims for Parra the first time around. Looks at strike 1 in this at-bat. This one in the dirt. 1-1. It's a called strike. 1-2. This one is going to get over Ramirez's head and into left field. 2-out single for Kester. I'm not saying I would advise it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he takes off here. Marvin with the hit in his first at-bat, and then got caught stealing. Has a 1-1 count to open this at-bat. Make it 1-2. He gets a hit into center field. Kester stops at second, but had the good sense not to try to steal and take the bat out of his hands. Chief, whose average is now dipped to 300 even, but still definitely one of the guys we want up in this situation. 2 on, 2 out, 1-1 the count. Swings and misses. 1-2. High hopper. Ramirez fields it, throws over, and that does get the Brewers out of the inning. All right, still scoreless. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Van Hecken up for the Brewers. Van Hecken's average down to 0.31 as he looks at strike one. Pops this one up. Graves is going to field it himself. One down. Manny Parra batting 1,000 on the year. I'm going to go ahead and guess that's in one at bat, although he has 2 RBIs, so Parra, one of the better hitting pitchers in reality. Grounds out to second here, though. So we'll see if that puts him to 500 if we get a second Parra at bat. Brings Tony Gwynn Jr. back to the plate, who looks at a strike. Pops this one foul. Will Tom have a play? No, just off the screen. 5 strikeouts for Graves, the first time through the Brewers' order, and there is number 6. We're through the first third. Nobody has scored yet. Terry will lead things off for the Squirrels in the top of the 4th. First pitch in the dirt. This one catches the zone. 1-1. Grounds this one towards short. Bill Hall will throw over. 1 down. Frank at the plate, struck out in his first at-bat. Okay, the game just confirmed it for me. Frank is still on his season-long hitting streak. I was pretty sure he was. Has an 0-2 count in this at-bat. It's going to foul this one away as Parra already starting to wipe his brow. Wonder if he's pitching on short rest here. Frank smacks this one, but it's foul in the right field seats. Looks at strike 3. Frank strikes out again. Tom did get a base hit in his first at-bat. 2 down. Nobody on base. Looks at a ball in the dirt. Grounds this one to short. Bill Hall will throw over. That ends the inning. Still scoreless after 3.5. Ronnie Cedeno will lead things off for the Brewers in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Graves has only given up 1 hit so far today. A well-hit double by Braun, but he's just getting no help, which probably sums up the entirety of the Brewers season so far. Ryan Braun has looked like what you'd expect, and everyone else looks like a peeweer. Cedeno strikes out swinging. 1 down to Ramos Ramirez. He's had a good start too. Not enough apparently, but he at least looks like he belongs. He's quickly down 0-2 in this at-bat, though. Does not go and chase that low fastball. Hits this one just foul down the first base line. Dangerous spot there for the Squirrels. This one more conventionally foul. 1-2 the count. Graves goes with the changeup and freezes Ramirez. Strike 3. 2 down. It's up to Ryan Braun again. He's going to have to start hitting a homer every time, I think, if the Brewers ever want to win a game. He's going to pop this one towards Chief, who makes the play in foul ground and ends the inning. Still scoreless after 4. Zach due up for the Squirrels in the top half of the 5th. Have my doubts that Parra is going to make it through this inning, although Zach helps him out with a 1-pitch grounder. Joey ground out in his first at-bat. Gets a hold of this into right center, and it's going to get past Gwynn and roll all the way to the wall. Joey is going to stop at second for a 1-out double. Don't feel like Gwynn took a very good route to that ball. Also looked like he got a late break. Not that I would blame him to not be the sharpest with Joey. He's not really known for driving the ball. Graves showing bunt, pulls it back and almost gets hit, which I guess is what you should do if you're Para. 2-0 the count. Graves still showing bunt. Pulls it back, and this one gets away. So Squirrels able to advance the runner without anything happening at the plate. That pitch gets in the zone. 3-1. Another called strike. Full count now for Graves. Swings this one, gets his first hit of the year. That's going to be an RBI single for Graves. The Squirrels take the lead, and that will also end Para. We're going to turn to Mascara, who pitched yesterday and started, I think, the first game of this series, so he has been very busy. He can't possibly have that much left in the tank. Kester 1 for 2 today. As he swings and misses at the first pitch. Fouls this one away to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Marvin now batting left-handed with 2 outs, runner on first. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Mascara gets out of the inning. Squirrels do tag Para for 1 though, and have the 1-0 lead halfway through. Bill Hall will lead things off for the Brewers in the bottom half of the 5th. Hall, one of the strikeout victims in the first go around, looks at strike 1 here. One the count now. Looks at strike 2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Nitro at the plate. Also struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 here. Hits this one in the air, but in foul ground near third. Chief makes the grab. 2 down. Mercado, also a strikeout victim. Looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss, makes it 0-2. Pops this one up. Graves actually going to field that one. I thought Joey would, but guess as long as somebody grabs it, which they did. We go into the 6th inning. Squirrels leading 1-0. Chief at the plate. Average down to 293. Guess I really should specify. When I said he was on a tear, I specifically meant a power tear, not his normal doubles machine tear. Has an 0-2 count in this at-bat. Watches that slider go outside. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Terry at the plate. He looks at strike 1. Called strike 2 at a low fastball. Swings at a slider out of the zone, strike 3. Frank has struck out in both of his at-bats so far. Starting to get late in the game. If he's going to keep his hitting streak going, he might need to think about getting a hit here. And he will do just that. Hits a line drive into the left center gap all the way to the wall. Actually, for a second there, I thought Bill Hall might jump up and make that play, but it does get through to extend Frank's hitting streak to 11. And Tom softly lines out to Hall and ends the 6th, top of the 6th anyway. Squirrels leading 1-0. Van Hecken to bat in the bottom half of the 6th. Graves winds and delivers strike 1. Throws a slider for strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Van Hecken, I believe, is going to be hitting in the 20s now. I just don't know how much longer you can leave a guy like that in the lineup. Mascara at the plate. Has a 2-0 count. Make it 3-0. There, Graves finds the plate. Mosquera does swing 3-0. Swings again to make it a full count. And Graves comes all the way back with the strikeout. 2 down. Gwynn Jr. at the plate has struck out in both at-bats so far and looks at a strike here. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That ends the 6th inning. Still a 1-0 Squirrels lead as we go into the top of the 7th. Graves' spot will come up this inning, so we'll see a pinch hitter here. But Zach's got a hit before that. He is ground out in both at-bats so far today, as he looks at strike 1. Hits this one high in the air, but right to Cedeno, who makes the grab. Joey got a solid double in his last at-bat and has scored the only Squirrels, actually only run of the game so far. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Grounds this one. Ramirez picks it up, throws it over. 2 down. Graves did get the RBI single. Still waiting on Phil Miyake to get those first hits of the year, so Phil will get his crack at it. Maybe ironically, Phil had an excellent spring training, even hitting a home run. Has not translated to the regular season, at least so far. Has a 2-0 count in this at-bat, though. Watches that one all the way. 2-1. Swing and a miss makes it 2-2. This one inside. Full count, 2 outs, nobody on base. Phil grounds to short. Hall with a long throw, and he actually sails it. Phil starts to take off for second, but has to retreat. So he is on base, but reaches on an error. So is not his first hit of the year, though I do believe it is his first time as a base runner. Kester does get a hit through the left side of the infield to put runners on first and second with 2 outs. Marvin at the plate. Looks at strike 1. This one up around his face. Marvin doesn't flinch. Hits this one back to Mosquera, who drops it and cannot pick it up and throw it over in time. That's going to be marked down as an E1, and normally you don't give errors to the pitchers, but I tend to agree there. So that loads the bases for Chief. And he's going to pop foul to Ramirez. He is just not himself this season so far. So we go to the stretch. The Squirrels still with a 1-0 lead. Ronnie Cedeno will lead off on the other side. Alright, we will send Jones out there to pitch as soon as I'm done fiddling with the volume. Oh, I guess we'll let Phil try to play third. It's only for a couple innings. What can go wrong? That was sarcasm, by the way. Alright. First pitch from Jones, out of the zone. Next pitch fouled away. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. And fouled away again. Cedeno's still alive. Called strike 3. Aramis Ramirez 0 for 2 today, but everybody is 0 for 2 other than Ryan Braun, who is 1 for 2. This one flied into center field. Marvin makes the catch. Ryan Braun probably with the best swing of the game, but the Brewers have put absolutely zero around it. Grounds out to Joey here. And the 7th inning is quickly over. We go into the 8th. Terry due up for the Squirrels. He is 0 for 3 today. First pitch is outside. Second pitch comes up the middle for a base hit. Brings Frank to the plate. He doubled in his last at-bat to keep the hitting streak alive. Looks at strike 1 here. Breaks his bat. Is a ground ball to first. Will they get the double play? No. They do not get the out back at first. So that'll put Frank on first with an out now. Tom at the plate. Has a couple hits already today. Pops this one up back to Mascara though. So now 2 down. It's up to Zach to try to keep the inning alive. He is 0 for 3 so far today. Looks at strike 1. Pops this one foul. Will Van Hecken have a play? He does. That ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Brings Bill Hall to the plate, and we will get Hermida in here as soon as we can. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was confused there for a minute. Okay, got it under control. All right, Bill Hall 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Looks at strike 1. That curveball doesn't curve, but Hall can only foul it away. That one doesn't either. I don't know what's going on with Hermida. Can't get this curveball to do anything. Finally gets it over there and does get Bill Hall to swing and miss. 1 out. Nitro at the plate. There's that curveball's coming together. Hermida must have worked out whatever was going on. Has Nitro in an 0-2 hole. He swings and misses at the curve. Strike 3. 2 down. Mercado at the plate. First pitch called a strike. Lines that curveball, but foul right by the Squirrels' dugout. Pops this one up. Joey goes back, makes the grab, and that's it for the 8th. We go into the 9th inning. Squirrels still clinging to that 1-0 lead, although the hits are 9-1. And don't forget those 2 errors for the Brewers. Joey with a double today. Looks at a ball. There's a called strike. This one too low. 2-1 the count. Called strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Phil at the plate. Reached on an error in his last at-bat, so that average still sitting at 0. Take strike 1. And there, Phil finally gets his first hit of the season. A single into center field. Brings Kester to the plate. Got a hit in his last at-bat. And looks at strike 1. Pops it up. Van Hecken going back, and he makes the grab. 2 down. Marvin at the plate. He's gotten a couple hits and reached on an error. Also struck out. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one towards second. Cedeno makes the grab, and that'll bring us to the bottom of the ninth. The Brewers only need one, but it's probably the part of the order the Squirrels would request if they could. Van Hecken leading off. Bring Shibuya in to try to get his save. Bring in a real third baseman. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Yeah, we can let Sweeney play right. I'm okay with that, even though I actually brought him in to play third. I probably actually like this idea better. All right, they are going to let Van Hecken hit. I thought maybe we would see a pinch hitter, but he looks at strike one, looks at a ball. Swings and misses to make it 1-2. Grounds this one just foul. Actually might have had a hit if he kept it fair. Instead, Phil gets to catch it in the air, doesn't have to make a throw. Now the Brewers go to their bench and they find Muto. Has not gotten a hit this year, though I can vouch he did plenty fine against us last year. Quickly down 0-2 in this at-bat, though. Swings and misses, and that's it for that. 2 down, it's up to Tony Gwynn Jr., who has struck out in every at-bat so far today. Starts off this at-bat with a ball, make it 2 balls. There's the fastball in the Goldilocks zone. This one goes outside. 3-1 the count. Called strike on the outside corner. A little bit of a ballsy pitch for Shibuya. Watches a fastball, and that will end the game. Your final score today, Indianapolis Squirrels 1, Milwaukee Brewers 0. And that will end our games against the Brewers for a while, which is probably good news for everybody. Look at a few highlights here while I pull up the schedule. I thought we had the Reds again. Maybe it's the Pirates first. Not that page, this page. Yeah, so we go back home again to face the Pirates for 3, and then we're on the road to Cincinnati, with an off day in between those series. So Graves really ought to be your player of the game here. I give him co-player, but he both pitched 6 shutout innings and drove in the only run of the game. That sounds like a player of the game to me, though they gave Shibuya a nod for holding the 1-0 save. Guess that's as good as he can really do. So thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, feel very free. We're up to 93 subscribers. We're still getting closer to that 100. And we will see you tomorrow against the Pirates. See you then.